Okay, girls. So I'm going to continue with this example. I just wrote here like a title. So I'm going to put it here and I'm just going to merge it so it's there. And then I have hours per week and then I have the frequency. Okay. Now I think your book has a mistake with this example because I don't agree with their answers. So I'm going to do it here how I think it should be. And if you have a different idea, please let me know. Okay. So the first problem that I had that I already explained was between the intervals in the way that they write it down. But also they're suggesting that the interval should start in 5. And when I do a look at my data, I have a 4. So if I don't, I need to include that 4 somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my intervals from 0 to 4. Now, a trick when you're doing this in Excel, if you just press directly 0, it's not going to happen with 0. So if I press 0 to 4, nothing happens. But if I do, then the next one that is 5 to 9, look, it converts it into a date immediately and saying the 5th of September. So we don't want that. So what do? I press space, the space bar, like I create one space. And when I do that, automatically I'm telling to Excel that I'm entering a text value. So don't convert it to anything. So then I go 5 to 9. Then the next one is going to be 10 to 15. Oh, I made a mistake. 10 to 15. Good. Let me see which one is the last one. The last one is 29. You can see it there. So the next one is going to be 16 space 16 to 19. Then the next one is going to be 20 to 24. And then the next one is going to be 25 to 29. Beautiful. Okay. And now I'm going to count. So for the first one, I have 1. From 5 to 9, including 9, I'm counting here 8. Then I'm going to 10 to, oh, I made a mistake. Do you agree, girls? This one should be to 14. And this one should include 15. There you go. Much better. So from 10 to 14, there you go. I stopped there. And these ones I have 7. Then from 15 to 19, including 19, there you go. I have 10. I'm looking at here. Remember to look at count. Don't look at sum, because sum is addition. Here they're adding the values where you have to look at count. So I count here, and this is 10. And then 20 to 24. I have 8. And then 26 to 29, I have 6. How do I check that I have done this correctly? So if I'm just formatting this one. You don't have to do this, but this is my OCD, girl, sorry. So how do I know that this is correct? So if I select them all and add them all and I look at the addition, the sum here, it says 40. So basically I have all the ones that I had. I have all the numbers that I have done created, so it's good. So then let's look at our example. What does it say? Organize the data into a frequency table. We have done it. Show the midpoint of each class interval. So the midpoint of each class interval, and we can create it here. I'm going to put the midpoint. I'm going to put it here, and I'll explain in a minute why. So the midpoint basically is the following. So because I have from 0 to 4, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do it with green. So from 0 to 4, that is the first class interval that I have here. What values can I have? I can have 1, 2, 3, or 4. Agree? So if I cross this one and this one and this one and this one, what goes in the middle? 1.5. Okay, that will be the midpoint. So in here, this one is 1.5. And then between 5 and 9, if I do the same thing, I made a mistake. Yes, again. I'm going to rub this out. Sorry, I made a mistake because this one goes up to 4. So I go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I cross the first and the last, this other ones, and then I got that this is my middle point. So my middle point here is going to be 2. Okay, and then 5 to 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, same thing. 10, 10, 10, 10, midpoint 7. The other way that you can do that is you can do the average of the first one and the second one. So if you do 0 plus 4 divided by 2, you get 2. If you go 5 plus 9 is 14 divided by 2, 7. Agree? Then this one will be 12, this one will be 17, this one will be 22, and this one will be 27. And those are my midpoints here. As I said, these are different from the ones in your Jack Plus because I have used different intervals of what they're using there. Okay, so it says here, organize the data, etc. Show the midpoint of each class interval and comment on the distribution of the data. So looking at this one, what can I do? So if this is the distribution of the data, the other one was the midpoint. We can change this. We can put it to the end if we want to, and put the midpoint in the middle there. We can extend this one. Perfect. So what is the frequency? We can see that it peaks here. So most people watch 15 to 19 hours per week, and we can see that very few people watch less than 5 hours, and less people also watch more than 24 hours. Good. Fantastic. We'll continue in the next video.